Good evening from Fontana, California, as we bring you the Gears Cup Series live on the Horseboat Network for the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200 at Auto Club Speedway. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horseboat, and I am so happy to have you with us on this fine Friday night before Easter. Good Friday, be it as it may. Again, the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200 on the Horseboat Network, only on twitch.tv. Again, if you're tuning in right now, happy to have you. If you're lurking in the chat as a driver, thank you for joining us as well. And let's just get right into it tonight. Again, looking at the schedule right now here tonight, we're here at Auto Club Speedway. Next week, we will be at Knoxville Raceway for the Tide Pod 50. That's going to be quite excellent. And then after that, we're going to be at Kansas. Next couple weeks is going to be a good one. Again, take a look at that. And also featured, highlighted in blue, is our playoff schedule. So that is newly premiered here tonight on this channel. Take a peek at that. Looking into the points going in tonight, Mike DeWalt has 494 points and still the leader here in this season of iRacing here in 2023. Sean Anderson is right behind him at about 98 points. He has cut that gap at least by 6 or 7 points here in the last week. So good on Sean Anderson, and congratulations to him on his first win of the season. Lucas Reed is in third. Matt Albert, Nathan Fuller, Perrin Huggins, Cody Johnson, Brian Lucan, Jonathan Militia, and Kevin Jordan, your top 10 in points. Take a peek at that before we get going to see where your favorite driver stops. If he's out of the top 20, don't worry, he's still in the league, just not in the top 20. Again, 5 different winners at 5 different tracks this season. It's going to make it a little bit tougher to get into the playoffs, but a lot more dramatic, which is good for me and good for ratings. Again, tonight is the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. We'll get you out to practice here in just a few moments as we are just wrapping up with that. Perrin Huggins looks like he's in the house tonight. Sean Anderson, Cody Johnson, Jonathan Militia, Mike DeWalt, Matt Albert, the usual suspects. As the first Friday in April begins with a bang here at Auto Club Speedway. Let's take you out to practice. You can see who's the fastest guy on the track, and that is Nate Fuller. He is taking a siesta. Right out here with Sean Anderson. Looks like Cody Johnson. And notice that Lucas Oil Machine, number 8 of Perrin Huggins, switching sponsors for tonight's race. Audio here going for you. Little background on tonight's race for Auto Club. Auto Club is 2 miles long with a front stretch degree of banking about 11 degrees, on the back stretch about 3, with the turns being relatively 14 degrees. So not a lot of banking for these guys. You're going to see these guys go through the high line, I would imagine, here tonight. That's what a lot of practice seems to have been. Nate Fuller, Sean Anderson, and Perrin Huggins, your top 3 fastest in practice so far. Again, as you see on your screen, we are just a few minutes away from qualifying. Super excited to have you along with us for that. Again, if this league looks appealing to you, go ahead and see that information on your screen. Gears Cup Series are looking for more drivers to fill out our league for the 2023 season. All that's required is a C-Class license on iRacing and to prove your racecraft with clean competitive racing against our league's best. If this sounds like the league for you, then please apply on the iRacing League UI under number 9223. Get a hold of us via email at gearsracingleague@gmail.com. and inquire to ask about our Discord. If you race with gears, your home for championship racing lives here, as we are just about set and ready to go for qualifying. We've got a few minutes left. Guys are getting as many laps as they can in. Look at that, Jonathan Militia, Skull Bandit, number 69, out on the track. Hopefully we do see some Jimmie Johnson tribute cars. I don't see any so far. There's a shot on Michael DeWalt there, our points leader. I was hoping to see some, but I don't believe we do. Lucas Reed in the Goodwrench Service Plus Chevy Camaro in the 10. Getting a yeah from Militia in the chat. Thank you. Glad to have y'all lurking, hanging out with me, at least seeing what's going on around the track. Looks like so far, looks like we have about 12 drivers that are in tonight. Looks like in our Discord that we have 13 marks, so hopefully they do show. The last one shows up. But either way this breaks out, it's going to be a good race. Give you a little information about the race before we get going tonight. It's going to be 100 laps for the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. Stage breaks are going to be at the completion of lap 30 and at the completion of lap 45. Time of day this is racing actually is going to be at night. 1 fast repair, 5 tire sets, 50% fuel capacity. Damage and caution, like always, will be on, and the weather will be auto-generated. This is a fixed setup league, so you're looking at California being your setup for tonight's race. Again, beautiful Fontana, California has this track, now called Next Gen California. Why not? I'm going to bring the points back one more time just so you can see where we sit before tonight's race begins. Again, this is race 6 of 30. 5 different winners, as you can see highlighted there under the wins column. The men with wins tonight are Mike DeWalt, Sean Anderson, Lucas Reed, Dakota Long, and Lucas Santos. Will it be driver number 6, or are we going to get our first repeat of the year? We are about to find out shortly. Again, Perrin Huggins, your top qualifier here, so excuse me, top practice race driver. Give him some love here in practice. New scheme for tonight, as is Lucas Reed. A lot of Chevy Camaros, if I do say so myself. Again, Knoxville Raceway next week for the Tide Pod 50. And the Kansas Speedway for the Broncos Country Let's Ride 200. So glad if you're hanging out, if you brought your mother, because we're about 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from qualifying, which we will get to. Last week was a bit of a rough stretch in my neck of the woods with the weather. A rough time with Dover, but we got it in. Looks like that's a 44 of Tyler Steiner in the Mustang GT. See that that pony run. Matt Albert is addicted to the Rocket League scheme and will stick with it for this Ford Mustang in the 61. Looking bueno on the track. Get your beverages in now, because we are set for 100 laps at Auto Club tonight. Again, the stages will be the completion of lap 30 and the completion of lap 45. And they're only going to get one fast repair. Word to the wise, apparently here tonight, the Highline seems to be the drug of choice. And as you see on the scrolling bar up top of your screen, Perrin Huggins, again, the fastest car here tonight. Shows some love to Jonathan Stevens in the Nike Pro 22. I was mentioning here in another meeting chat that this car is low-key a sweet-looking ride. So it looks like 12 drivers on the docket. We'll have 6 rows when we begin racing. Again, if you're hanging out, I am so happy to have you, as we are set for qualifying here momentarily. And as they come out to the track, we will get out there as well and follow them around as best as we can. Some of them like to go all at the same time, so we'll do the best that we can to get you all of the drivers. Again, 14 degrees of banking and 100 laps separates you from victory lane, as we are set for qualifying, and we'll see who takes the track first. And looks like Brian Lucan's going to be our first contestant out on the track. Follow him around here for a moment. Brian Lucan was a late addition to this race tonight. Glad he was able to make it. 12 really solid drivers here set to qualify here tonight and get ready to go. Again, this is our first year in iRacing, so we are still growing as a league. This sounds like fun to you. Take a look at that. Join the racing, or our iRacing League UI of 9223. See what we got for Lucan. See where he'll sit here in qualifying. First lap of 41.15. See what Jonathan Militia is doing coming out of 4. Do you see the numbers reporting in now? Lucas Reed with a fast lap. Let's follow him around. So far, Lucas Reed, your fastest qualifier. See what Militia can do on this lap. Takes the pole. Apparently this was the guy to watch. Then right along now, Nate Fuller. Something wasn't right there for him. See what he decides to do with that. Parrot Huggins, the new pole sitter. Oh, and he hits the wall. That is no bueno. Yowza. Yeah. That is unfortunate for Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. That looks like that might do it for qualifying. We've got a few seconds to go here before we grid up and move on to the race. All right, so tonight your pole sitter going to be Parrot Huggins. Outside of him, Mike DeWalt. Side row 2 is going to be Jonathan Militia, and the outside Lucas Reed. Row 3 is going to be Sean Anderson and Brian Lucan. Row 4 is going to be Tyler Steiner and Cody Johnson. Row 5 is going to be Nathan Fuller and Jonathan Stevens. And then the last row is going to be Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. and Matt Albert.
Welcome, everybody, to the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200 Auto Club. Thank you for your attendance. We have 100 total laps today. Stage 1 is 30 laps and will become complete at the start of lap 31. Stage 2 is 15 laps, and that will become complete at the start of lap 46. As usual, one fast repair, 5 tire sets. This should be a good one. It's a fun track. We've got enough people here to make it entertaining, so good luck, everybody.
Again, shout out to Nathan Williams for the race control coverage. Again, we are set for 100 laps at Auto Club in Fontana, California. The Gears Cup Series only on the Horse Boat Network. Thanks to Twitch.tv.
Who was sitting here in reverse, man?
That's my bad, bud. I didn't even touch nothing.
Well, that is one way to make yourself known real quick. That is not good. Again, Parrot Huggins and Mike DeWalt on row 1. Jonathan Militia and Lucas Reed in row 2. Tonight is going to be all about endurance. I don't
Hey,
see
the 08's
this.
going to pull to the bottom on the start. I've been having trouble with my wheels and everything else today, so I'm just
Like somebody having wheel trouble early on, and it seems to continue to happen for them. Unfortunate.
appreciate that.
Pace car is off. And here we go for some green flag racing. If you race with Peterson,
Green
Hope
flag,
for
green
Championship
flag.
Racing lives here. And we are off and running. Jonathan Stevens. A lot of people go around Parent Huggins. Your leader leading the way going into turn 1. A push from Mike DeWalt for Jonathan Militia. Militia going to the inside, going to 3, the 69's goal. He is going to take the lead, but Parent Huggins bouncing right back. Nerves aplenty here to start the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. Everybody gets by. Parent Huggins is going to lead that first lap. Again, the high line seems to be the lane of choice. Let's see who stays up there. Yeah, you can see 3 different lanes, 4 different lanes. Jonathan Stevens kissing the wall back there. Brian Lucan to the front, please. Trying to get momentum, but Parent Huggins maintaining it, going on the backstretch, going into 3. Militia sticking with that high line. Again, there is 2 schools of thought here. People race the high line to help out their right front. Typically, the lower degree of banking on a track, you want to run a higher line to prevent that right front from wearing out quickly. As you can see, the 2 lines forming. For now, they're going to be even. People say if you run that inside line, you're burning up that right front too much. I would imagine tonight, knock on wood, I don't mean to Joe Buck anyone. Oh, little bump. Little bump underneath the white line. Goes Huggins. Jonathan Militia bumps him out of the way from the lead. Payback will be a coming, I am sure. Militia, Lucan, Huggins, DeWalt, and Anderson, your top 5. Again, they have one fast repair. So it's not all gloom and doom if something happens, but they just have to be smart about when they want to do something risky. Look at Nate Fuller now popping into the frame. Oh, we almost saw some McLovin coming out of 4. Glad we didn't. Militia's going to lead that lap. Lucan in second, and they're going to kind of separate themselves from the rest of the pack at the moment. And last week's winner, Sean Anderson, right there. Again, I think I mentioned it before, but we've had 5 different winners. In the first 5 weeks of the regular season. Oh. Some action going on back here. Let's check out what's going on between Lucas Reed and Robert Fitzpatrick. So diverse, the lines around this track. Fitzpatrick almost getting into the wall, coming out of 2, has to give it up a little bit. Jonathan Stevens with a hell of a run. Anderson and Reed. All right there as well. We got 3 wide. Will we see connections? Everybody racing clean and hard. Johnson even ducks up high in front of Matt Albert. The momentum seems to shift from lap to lap in this certain area of the pack. Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. for you. Take a look back up front here with a battle for first. Jonathan Militia and Brian Lucan battle for position. One of 3 Fords in this field tonight, making the best of the situation. Let's ride along with Brian Lucan here tonight for our first cockpit view at Auto Club.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution is out. Matt Albert out and around. See what we got here. Here's instant replay. Back here with this replay. See what we got. Looks like he got a big run. And he's ended up in a round. We'll play it back again here for you, just so you see one more time. Maybe from a different perspective. Oh, looks like Anderson bumped Fitzpatrick, which made Matt Albert check up. What a great save as far as not hitting the wall and not taking anybody with him. So credit to Mr. Albert for making that as best case possible for him in the event of an accident. Coming back, looks like we have pit stops. See what we're doing here and how it works out. Looks like Cody Johnson was the last one out. Perrin Huggins, your leader. again, got about 19 laps to go before our first stage conclusion. Again, next week, we're going to be at Knoxville Raceway for the Tide Pod 50. We'll start up here around 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central. Moving our time back a little bit, let you guys get in to this.
I'm by 8.
Again, if you're hanging in there, thank you. This is our first caution of the night. Again, Matt Albert spinning out, making the best of it, though. Did not hit the wall, did not take anybody else with him, but it was right on the front stretch. He had a check up with a collision with Sean Anderson and Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. Lights are off, which means we have one more lap to go until green for the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200 to resume this bad boy. In the pole center, and Mike DeWalt on that front row. Mike DeWalt, your inside man at second place. Trying to figure out which lane the leader took, and that's going to be Parent. Again, hope you have a beverage, enjoying your Friday night here, heading into Easter weekend if you celebrate that. Today, religious people call this Good Friday, so if you're religious or not, that's what today is. And it has been a Good Friday. All right, lights are off, and we are going to be back here in Green Flag Racing shortly for the Gears Cup Series for the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200.
Green flag.
And we are off and away. We're going to turn it up here on the first restart. Get to hear all the sights and sounds of Fontana, California at Auto Club Speedway. Hopefully you enjoyed that ride along with Matt Albert and a bunch of others here in the Gears Cup Series. Again, if this sounds like something for you, join us on that League UI. Email us. Let us know you're interested. We'll get you into our Discord. Get you involved with what we're doing here. Again, we are on the ground floor and we are growing here at the Gears Cup Series. As you can see, we have 12 really competitive race drivers here tonight, race car drivers. Looks like Mike DeWalt's backing up a little bit. Battling with Cody Johnson. Looks like that's for 8th and 9th. Jonathan Stevens there, Robert Fitzpatrick, and Tyler Steiner. Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Militia, Sean Anderson, Lucas Reed, and Nathan Fuller, your top 5. Wow, run was had by Cody Johnson and almost took out the back bumper of Mike DeWalt to no fault of his own. As DeWalt looks like he's been backing up here the last couple of laps. Hopefully, he's all right. Battle for the front as Jonathan Militia is coming. What a move to go to the inside. Can he carry that momentum through into 1?
10 to go in stage 1, 10 to go in stage 1.
Race control has said it before I could. 10 laps to go for stage 1 of the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. Again, 2 lines being formed. Perrin Huggins back to the inside now. The talk this week was, are they going to get strung out? Are they going to be, is it going to be boring? This first stage is saying no, not at all. You see our top 5 on your screen in front of you currently. Jonathan Militia, that skull bandage chewing tobacco. 69 Chevy Camaro leading us with 9 laps to go here in stage 1. Got Perrin Huggins in that 8 car in second. Sean Anderson making a move for second. And Schulter Systems 14 Chevy Camaro. Lucas Reed in the Goodwrench Service Plus 10. And the U.S. Army Toyota Camry 24 of Nathan Fuller. Again, winner's going to get the call tonight. We'll see if we can get an interview with the race winner. Happy to have you along for the ride this evening. Again, next week we'll be in Knoxville. That one is going to be a doozy. Haven't said Nathan Fuller's name too much tonight. Man out of Elgin, South Carolina. Running along in 4th right now, making the pass on Lucas Reed. Gotta like how this is shaping up here for the end of stage 1. Again, some drivers play for stage points. Some drivers play for wins. Some drivers play for both. It depends on who you are and where you are at the end of those that determines your outcome here this season in points. Again, like I've mentioned probably a ton of times, but no repeat drivers. Will we get that tonight? Jonathan Militia looking for win number 1. Perrin Huggins looking for the elusive win number 1. Perrin Huggins has dominated stage racing, but has not been able to close the door for a win. And in fact, Perrin Huggins has won, let me see how many stages, let me double check my math. He has won 4 stages this season out of the eligible 10. So 40% of those race stages he has won. Look at that, everyone. I can do math. 6 to go. Or excuse me, 5 to go. Less than 5 to go. Can't read my own ticker going across the screen, but that's okay. That means I'm having a great time. Jonathan Militia, Perrin Huggins, Sean Anderson, Nathan Fuller, and Lucas Reed in your top 5 with Cody Johnson, Matt Albert, Mike DeWalt, Brian Lucan, and Jonathan Stevens rounding out your top 10. Jonathan Militia, if he's able to hang on, this would be his first stage win of the season. A lot of firsts for him tonight if he can master Auto Club. Whether you like or dislike Jimmie Johnson, this race is for you, sir. It's going to get down to the nitty-gritty here between Militia, Huggins, and Anderson. These 3 have proven to be the dominant forces here in Stage 1. Let's get out to the blimp cam tonight. Two laps to go. This is going to be for the stage win here between these 3 gentlemen. 2 out of the 3 has not won a race yet. But Huggins has dominated in the stages, as mentioned before. One lap to go here before we have ourselves a Stage 1 caution. Who's it going to be? The 69, the 8, or the 14? Huggins getting a decent run out of 2, going on the backstretch. Let's see if he has enough juice. Goes the inside, takes it deep. Gonna wash up high, not gonna be enough juices, or is it? Jonathan Militia rubbing the wall. As they are coming down, it is gonna be... They're saying Perrin Huggins.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
That is going to be too close to call, and I'm glad I don't get to make the call. Perrin Huggins looks like he's going to be your Stage 1 winner. That looks like Stage 1 is Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Militia, Sean Anderson, Lucas Reed, and Cody Johnson. That is our official call from Race Control. And our first official stage break. So congrats to Perrin Huggins.
Pace car exiting 2.
Perrin Huggins with another stage win. That is going to be stage win number 5 of the year. Racking up them stage points. He is definitely a relevant force here at the Gears Cup Series. Again, next week we're going to be at Knoxville Raceway for the Tide Pod 50. Stream will start about 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central, only on the Horseboat Network. And there he is, the man of the hour, or the man of the moment of stage 1. Again, stage 2 is going to be a short sprint. As you can see, Sean Anderson, looks like when the caution was called, was out in front. But that is not to be. Don't worry about that. But here they come down pit lane. Live shot of pit lane here at Auto Club. Check it out. Looks like Militia only taking 2 tires. Coming out your leader. Definitely interesting there.
Pace car entering 3.
Pardon me, I had to step away just for a moment there. Back at it with you. Next lap looks like it'll be 1 to go. We'll get it going here and resume racing. All right, so Jonathan Militia and Brian Lukin on row 1. Sean Anderson and Cody Johnson in row 2. Perrin Huggins and Matt Albert, row 3. Mike DeWalt and Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., row 4. Tyler Steiner and Jonathan Stevens in row 5. And Lucas Reed, Nathan Fuller in row 6. Nobody's out of the race. Everybody's ran a good race. The only incident we had was with the 61 car here tonight. But so far, so good at the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200, and that is what it should be. Dover was quite the exciting race. Again, it's like the asparagus. Not everybody likes that track, but it was cool to watch. Watkins Glen the previous week was amazing, and I really enjoyed that race. Milwaukee Mile was fun. Gotten through some troublesome times, but we are here at Auto Club. Again, a long season left to go for these drivers. It's springtime. Some of these drivers are on vacation doing their thing. The roster will build as we move along. As the pace car is off, Jonathan Militia is going to lead us to the Geico restart zone. And again, if you're riding with Gears, your home for championship racing lives here. And what a good start for Militia and that 69 Skoal Bandit. Cody Johnson giving Brian Lukin a little push on the restart. Three wide coming out of 2 between Lukin, Huggins, and Anderson. Anderson trying to find a home. And that 52 car, Brian Lukin back at it up here in front. Putting the work in, he is. Militia coming right back as he always does. Cody Johnson right up there in that Tech 08 car. And they bounce off the wall. Johnson going to the inside. Couldn't keep the momentum as people checked up. Matt Albert here in fourth. Putting in the work. And again,
Sorry,
it's a
they're
completion of lap 45. It's going to be the end of stage 2. It's a little sprint. And then it'll be roughly 50 laps to the end. This is getting wet and wild. If you're not moist, you're not watching. Cody Johnson out in front for the first time tonight in that Tech 08 Chevy Camaro. Look at this. We are going to have connections, and we do. And they sneak through clean. Good save by everyone. That was wild. Squirrel's gone wild. Johnson now out to a big lead. Good separation between Johnson and Huggins. Let's go to the blimp cam for further diagnosis. Go to the chopper cam. Forget the blimp cam, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Nate Fuller now there in third. Jonathan Militia got bumped back to fourth. Sean Anderson in fifth. See a beautiful shot from the horseboat helicopter, giving you that beautiful view. Just kidding, it's just iRacing, just iRacing. Again, we have 6 laps to go for the conclusion of stage 2. Cody Johnson, your leader, Parent Huggins, Nate Fuller, Jonathan Militia, and Sean Anderson, your top 5. Again, that 2-tire strategy not working out so well for Jonathan Militia. Sure he's just trying something new. Yeah. Fuller to the inside of Huggins. Again, if you recall in the duels, they got into it a little bit.
5 to go in stage 2, 5 to go in stage 2.
Race control said it best. 5 to go for stage 2. Cody Johnson out to a sizable lead. Will it be enough, though, to hold off Huggins and Fuller? Again, Huggins, your stage 1 winner. That Lucas Oil Chevrolet Camaro. Johnson, Huggins, Fuller, and Anderson with Lucas Reed, your top 5. Don't know what happened there, but we have 2 to go. Cody Johnson have enough? He has grown his lead a little bit over a half second. Nate Fuller there as well. 1 lap to go. Excuse me, 2 laps to go. Getting ahead of myself here. Cody Johnson, Barrett Huggins, Nathan Fuller, Sean Anderson, Lucas Reed, your top 5. Matt Albert, Mike DeWalt, Tyler Steiner, Robert Fitzpatrick, and Jonathan Militia rounding out your top 10 again. Jonathan Militia's 2-tire strategy looks like it did not pay off, costing him some serious stage points. Now, here we go. 1 lap to go for Cody Johnson to achieve success and get his 2nd stage win of the season. Johnson goes a little high. Looks like Huggins closing that door ever so gently. Closing that gap. Down the backstretch we go. Huggins will take it if it's there. Oh, Johnson hits the wall. Huggins goes inside. He lays a block. Huggins will win stage 2.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Aaron Huggins just won stage 2.
Keep pacing up. We gotta go around and catch the pace car still.
6 stage wins overall. And sweeping stage 1 and 2 tonight. That is impressive, as it ever is. That is your stage 2 winner. Aaron Huggins, your stage 2 winner, the Gears Cup Series at Auto Club. Again, 6 stage wins on the season. Those points will serve him well in the long run. Big shout out to Perrin Huggins.
Checking up backstretch.
They're all checking up on the back stretch here. See if they stop down pit lane, which I imagine they will. And here they come down pit lane. Let's see who stays out, if anyone does. Too bad they don't show the animations of the pit crews working out there. That'd be sweet. But we don't get that privilege. Looks like Jonathan Militia went too far into his pit. That is going to cost him precious time. Robert Fitzpatrick gets down there, but it looks like Huggins is going to beat everyone off the line. Looks like Matt Albert spun out in pit lane. That is unfortunate. Great race so far. Many names to speak of out in front. But the name that you're going to hear most is going to be Perrin Huggins. Again, Perrin Huggins 6 stage wins in 2023. Looks like the lights are off, so we're going to get going. He's going to choose the outside lane. And we're going to get back at it. Again, it's going to be roughly a 50-lap sprint to the end. Again, Perrin Huggins, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. on the front row. Cody Johnson and Sean Anderson in row 2. Mike DeWalt and Nate Fuller in row 3. Lucas Reed and Jonathan Stevens, row 4. Brian Lucan and Matt Albert, row 5. And Jonathan Militia and Tyler Steiner in row 6.
Hey, Robert, Perrin's taking the top on this restart.
Here we go. Perrin Huggins to lead us down the Geico restart zone for the finale
Green flag,
of
green
the
flag.
Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. We are off and away.
Can I get a black clear? This is I got a passing under yellow.
All good.
Thank you.
Take this time in this restart to turn it up one more time here at Auto Club.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Of course, as soon as I say that, something happens. Let's see what it was this time in our Gears instant replay. All right, let's put it back up here, see what we have. It's like coming out of 4. Albert gets a little loose. It looks like Fuller and Reed make contact as well. That sent things into motion. Let's back it up here and see what we can gather again. It looks like Albert gets a little loose. Fuller and Reed touch. Militia just evading all of that. And again, Matt Albert with a wicked save. Not really hitting anybody. Very lucky that that was all it was. Take a look one more time. Nate Fuller's beyond him. Yeah, it looks like they just bumped in it incidentally. Matt Albert just got loose. Fuller hit him, put him around. But again, Matt Albert was already around. So the only contact that was Fuller, and that was totally incidental. So again, a racing deal here, but that's what we have here for the Gears instant replay. Again, Perrin Huggins, your leader. with Mike DeWalt, Jonathan Stevens, Jonathan Militia, and Sean Anderson, your top 5. Looks like the option to pit is there. I don't think anybody's going to take it. Looks like Steiner might. Matt Albert getting situated. Fuller in the pits. Looks like he's getting some damage taken care of. Again, the Gears Cup Series is looking for more drivers to finish out or to fill out our league for the 2023 season, and all that's required is a C-Class license on iRacing and prove your racecraft with clean, competitive racing against our league's best. If this sounds like the league for you, then please apply on the iRacing League UI under league number 9223. Email us at gearsracingleague@gmail.com to inquire and ask to join the Discord. We'll get you set up. We'll get you ready to go. Get you set up for next week at Knoxville for the Tide Pod 50. And would always love to get some new talent as we are growing here at the Gears Cup Series. Coming to you on Good Friday here tonight.
How many green is it?
Coming to green.
Lights are off, and we are ready for Green Flag Racing. Barrett Huggins and Mike DeWalt on the front row to lead us off. And we
Green
are
flag,
green,
green flag.
green for the resumption of the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. 47 laps remain before this one is all said and done. Plenty of race left to go, but Barrett Huggins has swept with a close Stage 1 win. And as just as wild Stage 2 win. He is our leader right now that we are looking upon the DeWalt in second place with Jonathan Militia in third. Jonathan Stevens looking to make a name for himself. Trying to get up there. Looks like he's in sixth, making a move for fifth. The high line seems to be the lane of choice. Looks like Anderson kissed the wall a little too close. Has really lost some momentum. Hopefully he'll pick that back up. Johnson has to make a move to the inside to get around him. Moving Jonathan Stevens up into fourth. Huggins, DeWalt, and Militia, your top 3. Jonathan Stevens, Cody Johnson, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., Sean Anderson, Tyler Steiner, Lucas Reed, and Matt Albert rounding out your top 10. Hopefully you all are having a great evening. I am. See Militia going the inside, Stevens to follow. Jonathan Militia there, Gears Cup Series driver extraordinaire. Looks like Huggins, Militia, Stevens, DeWalt, and Fitzpatrick. With Cody Johnson, looks like they are the field right now. That is that first group. And then Looks like Sean Anderson is leading that second group. So they are getting a little bit spread out here as we got 43 to go. We're at the exciting portion of the track here tonight. Give you a view of what's going on. Militia giving and around.
All right, man, caution is out.
Fitzpatrick goes.
No, my fault. Sorry about that. Came up too far.
Giving him the sweet kiss of death. Around goes Mike DeWalt. Or not Mike DeWalt, Robert Fitzpatrick
Jesus.
Sr. Around the nose of Mike DeWalt. Take a quick peek at that one. Back it up and see what we can find. All right, let's check it out on the replay, see what we got. Woo! And around he goes. 48 goes for a wicked ride.
Checking up in 3.
Let's back it up here for a second. Right along with Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. Yeah, no clue. No idea, but what a save. What a save. That is your Gears instant replay.
Oh, one guy is a...
Looks like Cody Johnson has stayed out. Looks like Lucan's going to be the lucky dog. He will get to stay out. Fuller trying to get a lap back. Unfortunately, Johnson staying out prevents that from happening. Hello, World of Lily. Thank you for your follow. Yeah, 2 laps remain here until caution. Actually, we'll probably go to 1 lap to go here. See where they're at out on the track. Yep, crossing that line. We'll get going here shortly. Looks like Fuller's going to have to drop to the back. Cody Johnson and Parent Huggins is going to be row 1. Jonathan Stevens, Mike DeWalt, row 2. Sean Anderson, Jonathan Militia, row 3. Matt Albert, Lucas Reed, row 4. Tyler Steiner and Robert Fitzpatrick, row 5. And Brian Lucan and Nathan Fuller, row 6. Again, 39 laps to go for the conclusion to this one, but we are getting down there. so raw. And it looks like Cody Johnson and Parent Huggins is going to be on row 1. With Mike DeWalt and Jonathan Stevens, row 2. Coming out of 4, and here we go. Pace cars away. 2 Chevy Camaros lead us down to the Geico restart zone. For the
Green
restart,
flag, green flag.
for the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. Outfitting that, the 08 and the 8, 1 and 2 so far. DeWalt taking it back on the outside of that flexible Toyota Camry. My guess is there may be one more caution tonight. But it has been great so far. Again, it's going to be risky business next week in Knoxville. Some say that's going to be some of the drivers' braking point. It's going to be a challenging track to maintain their patience. Tempers may flare. But let's not give up on tonight. Maybe temper will flare tonight. Cody Johnson, your leader. Parent Huggins in second. Mike DeWalt in third. Johnson, Anderson, Stevens, and Luke in there, all battling for fifth. Huggins to the inside. He's going to wash up, see if he closes the door. Cody Johnson back to the inside. We've seen that move all night long. Huggins, Johnson, and DeWalt with Militia, Stevens, Luke, and Anderson, Reed, and Albert, and Tyler Steiner rounding up your top 10. The only driver, I believe, a lap down is Nate Fuller. Excuse me, 2 laps down. Don't let that deter you. Fuller will be a hell of a driver and compete down the stretch, I guarantee it. Oh, we have some action between Stevens and DeWalt. Can DeWalt hang on? And he does. Wow. We're going to rewind that real quick and then get back right back to the live shot. But let's see what happened here as we can take a look right away. Coming around 2, looks like, and oh yeah, DeWalt and Stevens just get into it. And what a save by Mike DeWalt. What a save. Keeps it green flag racing, loses a ton of position. But rest assured, that is not the end of Mike DeWalt. The 8s are 1 and 2. Jonathan Militia, Brian Lugan, and Sean Anderson, your top 5. Anderson rebounding from skimming off the wall earlier. Let's turn it up here in the chopper can.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to turn you there. I was trying to side draft. That's my fault.
Wow, and we just got some action on
That was
the
a pretty aggressive
backstretch.
side draft.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I didn't realize that was that close. I thought it was farther away than it was.
I don't think that was side draft. But I do believe we're still green flag racing. Yes, we are. keep going. Green flag racing. Keep the green alive. Unfortunately for Sean Anderson, that might have done him in. He's about 15 seconds and counting behind the leader. We are inside of 30 laps to go. Here's the top three of Huggins, Johnson, and Militia. Lucas Reed and Matt Albert rounding up the top five. Those Fords are still coming. Reed and Albert, your top five. Lucan, Stevens, Fitzpatrick, Steiner, and DeWalt, your top 10. Again, this guy has narrowly escaped winning stages 1 and 2. Looking for that elusive first win of the season. Again, all three drivers you see before you have not won this season. Person you have is sitting there in 4th. And in fact, I'll be so bold as to say the only other two winners here tonight are Mr. Walton and Sean Anderson in 10th and 11th. So there is a very good possibility that we're going to see a 6th individual winner here tonight in the Gears Cup Series. Proving, again, anybody can win at any track. Nate Fuller trying to march back up and get a lap back, or at least be in position to receive one. Oh, mercy. Side by side, Fuller backs out, ducks in behind Lavallee and Reed. Albert Reed, excuse me. Go back out here to the leaders just for a moment with Huggins, Johnson, and Militia. Looks like Johnson just kissed that wall coming out of 4, allowing Militia to close in. As we have 25 laps to go, as our indicator would tell us. Who is going to win the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200? Again, if you're just tuning in, we're happy to have you. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure here tonight. Again, if you're not lurking, if you're lurking, hanging out in the chat, feel free to say hello. I try to see it as soon as I can. I have a lot of buttons I'm clicking on here tonight.
Pitting here.
And it looks like we're going to have green flag pit stops. And who's that going to be? Looks like it's going to be Nate Fuller going to pit.
Sorry, 48.
You're all right.
Looks like everybody's good here.
Usually people call it when on the back stretch.
Oh, wait, pitting this lap. Second place, pitting this time.
As heard through the comms, the 08 is going to pit here next lap. Will Huggins and Militia follow suit? Or will they continue onward? Is pit strategy becoming a thing here late in this race? Glad to see it. Again, you don't have to call that you're pitting. It is a courtesy to other drivers, but you don't have to call it. Again, hopefully here after the race, they're going to get the Horseboat Network call to victory lane. See if we can get in touch with the winner. This is going to be Perrin Huggins. Again, 6 stage wins. No race wins. And Jonathan Militia with 0 race wins. Again, that 69 Skoal Bandit machine has been fast all night. That green, white, and gold 69 looks like they are both going to go in. That means Matt Albert is going to get to lead a lap. Here we go. The Canadian Brethren leading a lap in that Rocket League 61 Ford Mustang.
Putting in there.
Don't look now, but the 61 is fast. Spoke too soon, he kissed the wall. Jonathan Stevens now, your new leader.
Pen car pitting this lap.
Lucas Reed in that Good Ranch Service Plus going to pit this lap. Again, this is going to be very interesting how this plays out. 22 looks like he is going as well. Looks like Jonathan Militia trying to get his lap back, passing Matt Albert now for position. Robert Fitzpatrick, that is for position as well in second. Goes to the inside of Matt Albert.
Pitting, 61 pitting.
And Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., your new leader. In that WGF Racing Chevy Camaro 48 car. How much longer does he have before he has to pit? Looks like he is the last one to pit in this round of caution. Looks like Nate Fuller's night is done, unfortunately. But Fitzpatrick continuing to march on. "15 laps to go." Fitzpatrick, Huggins, and John Militia, your top three. Militia again just on the lead lap now. And it looks like Huggins is just ahead of him. So as soon as Fitzpatrick pits, it's going to change things around. But for right now, this is your leader. And there he goes, right on cue. He's entering pit road. Huggins is entering turn 1. We'll see how this turns out. Again, glad to have you with us if you're hanging in there. See where Fitzpatrick is. Wow, he's just now stopping as Huggins is on 3 and 4. Huggins will assume the lead with 3 seconds on the leaders. And there he goes. He is now your new leader with 14 laps to go. All night, he has been up front in that Lucas Oil number 8 Chevy Camaro. He has won Stage 1 and Stage 2. Stage 1 probably being the closest in Gears Cup history. This guy trying to close the door after the wind has evaded him for so long. But the man right behind him, Jonathan Malicious, will go to the chopper. See what we got here. Again, Huggins has about a 3-second gap on him. With 13 laps to go, that is going to be a tall order for Militia to make up. But again, as I predict, one more caution we could be in for. But who knows now? Watching here is a battle for 5th and 6th. Stevens closing the door on Matt Albert for the moment. Again, we'll kick you back out front if that door closes between Huggins and Militia. But this is the race to watch right now. Again, both drivers feeling real confident going into this race. A top 5 for either one would be good, especially for Matt Albert since he's in the top 5 at points.
10 to go, 10 to go.
Race control. Nate Williams said it best. It is 10 laps to go for the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. Right here on Twitch.tv. We do have some battles. Looks like back here between Cody Johnson and Lucas Reed. This is all for position here right now. Steiner looks like to be about 2.5 seconds back. And Huggins now with a 3.4 second lead. This could prove to be very anticlimactic. See this battle for third between Mike DeWalt and Brian Lucan. Again, Mike DeWalt, our points leader. Going into tonight, he does have a sizable lead. Looking to the inside, does DeWalt. Trying to make that pass for third. Again, this is the race to see. It looks like right now Huggins has got about a 4-second lead on the leader, or on second place to Jonathan Militia. DeWalt making a good pass for third. Let's go back up to our leader on a Sunday cruise. Riding along here with Perrin Huggins, the 8 car. This sounds fluid through the throttle. Very smooth. Four seconds and growing is the lead with 5 laps to go. Mike DeWalt has separated himself from Brian Lucan just a bit. Jonathan Stevens has separated himself from Matt Albert just a little bit. But a 3-4 car length lead for that 5th place spot. A good end of the day. Jonathan Stevens at the end of the day can get in the top 5. I think he'll feel really good about that going into Knoxville. Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Militia, Mike DeWalt, Brian Lucan, Jonathan Stevens in your top 5, Matt Albert, Cody Johnson, Lucas Reed, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., and Tyler Steiner rounding out your top 10. Let's give some love to Tyler Steiner, currently running in 10th. Trying to hold off Sean Anderson, who had some unfortunate luck this evening. And then Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., who led a couple laps here tonight. Good for him. Got Lucas Reed. Not sure what's going on there. My apologies. Looks like he's going to make the pass. Sparks a flying. Trying to take 7th place away from Cody Johnson. Looks like he's going to do that. 3 laps to go. That is ever so important. I love the sparks.
2 to go.
2 to go at the line. Looks like Huggins off and away.
Good win, Perrin.
Could he get the monkey off his back tonight? Jonathan Militia already seceding as he's 5 seconds behind. Could very well be our Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200 winner. Lucas Oil, number 8 Chevy Camaro of Parrot Huggins. He gets the 1 to go. Parrot Huggins, we're going to stick with him through the rest of the way here. As again, a winner of 6 stage races, looking to make the sweep tonight. To get out stage 1, not stage 2, but all 3. With the 3rd being the most important, getting that victory, going to victory lane, and enjoying an Easter weekend knowing that he has won the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200. Coming out of turn 4, Parrot Huggins and the Lucas Oil number 8. Chevy Camaro has won the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200.
Good win, bro.
Good race, everybody. Good race. Submit any incidents you have in the incident submission, and hope to see y'all next week.
Good win, Perrin.
There is your race results for the evening. And Parrot Huggins, Jonathan Militia, Mike DeWalt, Jonathan Stevens, Matt Albert, Lucas Reed, Brian Lucan, Cody Johnson, Robert Fitzpatrick, and Sean Anderson, your top 10. If he's going to get down and dirty, we'll see if we get in touch with him in just a moment.
Baron, you're going to be getting a call from the broadcaster in a second.
All right, I am back here live with the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200 winner, Perrin Huggins. After 6 stage wins, accidents, things happening to you all season long, you finally get the monkey off your back for stage 1. Describe to us how your night went here tonight.
I think it went real good, man. Yeah, I had a real fast Lucas old wheel Chevy, and that last pit stop was just perfect, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where the race was won. That last stop, it was perfect.
Absolutely. You had a great race car all night. That stage 1 was so exciting to see you go to the inside towards the end there and pull off just a little bit more of a nose than the other guy. Congratulations to you. Is there anybody you want to thank here tonight?
I want to thank my dad for watching the stream. He always does, so thank you. And shout out to my dude Jay Rudick, aka Rudicky.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations. You win number 1. I hope of many here this summer. And thank you for joining the Gears Cup Series. You are a pleasure to watch. Have a happy Easter and a great weekend, sir.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Perrin. That is your Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200 winner, Perrin Huggins. Again, getting win number 1. Getting it out of the way now. You could be a little bit of a shakeup here in points here going into next week. Again, we're going to be at Knoxville. I hope you're going to join me. Again, the stream will start up here about 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central. So we get you some of that practice and some of that qualifying as well. Again, tonight, Perrin Huggins, your winner of the Jimmie Johnson Tribute 200 here on the Horseboat Network, courtesy of Twitch.tv. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat, thanking you for watching the Gears Cup Series tonight here on Twitch.tv. Have a happy Easter and great weekend.